Wow, congratulations, you're pregnant! What's the first thing you're gonna do? Whoa, why are you eating sushi? Don't you know the harm that PCBs can cause your baby? Oh, Liz, you're so naive. Let's talk about PCBs.
PCBs are polychlorinated biphenyls, a group of man-made compounds. They are oily liquids or solids that are clear in color with no smell or taste. They are widely used in electrical equipment like capacitors and transformers.
PCBs can be released into the environment from poorly maintained hazardous wastes as well as leaks from electrical and other equipment. They can be transported long distances once they are in the environment and are able to bind to soil and sediment. This ability allows them to be persistent in the environment. Research has found that in the past decade, there is a distinct increasing trend in the levels of PCBs in both China and Japan, likely due to the improper disposal and leakage of PCB containers and the general rise of industrial pollution.
PCBs can enter the body through the air we breathe, skin contact, and by eating or drinking contaminated food. PCB exposure primarily comes from eating contaminated fish, meat, and dairy products, just like the sushi that you're eating, Liz. Hey, are you even listening?
Sure I am, but the facts seem a little fishy.
Okay, let's talk to a doctor about PCBs then.
The level of damage done by PCBs depends on the amount and duration of exposure, as well as how sensitive your body is to them.
Additionally, PCB exposure can lead to chloracne, which is small, pale, yellow lesions that can last on the skin for a prolonged period of time. Laboratory studies have also found that PCBs have a carcinogenic effect on animals when administered in high doses.
Studies suggest that exposure to PCBs in workers can cause irritation of the nose and lungs, gastrointestinal discomfort, changes in the blood and liver, and depression and fatigue.
So what are the effects specific to pregnant women?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Birth defects have been linked to mothers who have consumed high levels of PCBs during their pregnancy. Developing fetuses and children are most vulnerable to the effects of PCBs, so if you plan to become pregnant, or are nursing, you should limit your exposure to PCBs. Mothers who eat highly contaminated fish put their children's health at risk by passing down PCBs, which can lead to mental retardation and impaired immune response. PCBs can also be passed down through breast milk.
I don't even eat fish.
Well, PCB exposure is not exclusive to fish consumption. Children born to women who worked in PCB factories showed decreased birth weight and a significant decrease in gestational age.
So, how can you protect yourself? Well, for starters, you can avoid contact with soil and sediment that is near hazardous waste sites, old fluorescent lighting fixtures, electrical devices, and appliances.
Also, the following fish are known to have high levels of PCBs and should be avoided if pregnant. Farm salmon, shark, shellfish, marlin, and swordfish are some of the really important ones. Also, in general, avoid fatty fish, fish that eat many other fish, and fish that are caught near industrial areas.
And if you absolutely need to consume fish, scallops, shrimp, and clams are usually a safe bet.
Alright, Liz, now that you've learned about PCBs, will you PCB more careful? As a mother, you have your baby's health in your hands, so it's important to learn about PCB exposure to keep you healthy and your baby healthy.